I noticed videos are mesmerizing, and as I was in the back of the room, I just see about half of the heads just staring at the screen here. So that just goes to show the power of video, which is something I know about, which is why we're here. So what's just been on loop here is just our demo reel. This is a lot of our best past work from the last year or two. And so that's kind of what we have going on there, if you've seen that. So what I'm going to talk about today is video testimonials and YouTube authority for local businesses. I am recording this. Something we're going to start new for EAKC this year, just going to give everyone a heads up. We're going to start recording presentations and, wow, what do you call it, the roundtable thing? We're going to start recording those things so that we can start showing the expertise we have in this room. Because one of the ways that we are going to help get the word out about EAKC and help people want to join and see it as a valuable place is by showing the expertise in here. So I'm demonstrating that today by recording this, and I'll be creating content. So today's will actually be a lesson in recording content. So first up, my family. My name is Josh, and I am addicted to making videos. I'm 39 years old. I'm married to my wife, Emily. We got married in 2013, so I have had a wonderful run there so far. I've got Nathan, who is 7 years old, Kate is 5, and Charlie is 3. And this is one of our little home movies. Our family has a cabin up in Shaver Lake, and so we like to go up there. And one of the times we were up there, I had brought my big cinema camera because I was doing another shoot while I was there. And I thought, hey kids, you want to go make a movie? And it was actually the first movie I had made with my kids, any kind of a serious thing. It was a lot of fun. So we kind of chased them around the forest and went looking for treasure. So it was a fun time. So I'm doing something interesting and new here today. If you guys were here for Malin's presentation, he talked about the AI chatbot they have. So everybody pull out your phones. I want you to text the word Josh to 661-404-7645. I am using the chatbot, and what's going to happen when you text this number, you are going to get one of a series of random facts about me. And you're going to want to remember that for the end of the presentation, because I am going to give away a prize. So everyone pull out your phones, 661-404-7645. Text just the word Josh in all caps, just like it's on the screen.
All caps, really?
All caps. I know, right? If you don't get a message back in the next 10 seconds with a random fact about me, just text Josh in all caps, and you'll definitely get it that way. There we go. So this is the AI chatbot at work. I've pre-programmed these messages, and they're going out. So fun stuff. Okay. The number is still at the bottom of the screen there in case anyone needs it. So a little about my career. I got my first camera when I was 10 years old. And that, bless you, led to me doing what I do today. Someone gave our family a camera, and I first was goofing off in front of it, and then realized it's way more fun to be behind it. And so I started making films when I was 10 years old, and started working in the industry in 2003 when I was 16. And my first two mentors were Bob West, who most of you know, and John Slagle. And Bob was my mentor on the wedding video side, wedding and events, and John was my mentor on the corporate and commercial video side, because that's what they do. And they had a group that met like every 2 weeks, and it was a bunch. I mean, there was half a dozen video guys, and they took this kid under their wing and showed me the ropes, taught me all kinds of things, brought me out on shoots. And so like I'd go on shoots with John, or I'd go help Bob shoot weddings, and I learned a ton. That group dissolved after about a year or two, and no one has ever done anything like that since. And so in 2024, I started a group here called Video Pals. And I forgot to put a picture up of it. But I get all the local video professionals together for lunch once a month. And it's been amazing for breaking down the walls of competition, for all of us learning to be friends, all of us learning to trust each other, refer work to each other. John Slagle's son, John Luke Slagle, runs Scope Studios. And they're like the top, commercial, I mean, we're the top. we're the top. But they do amazing commercial work, and he comes to Video Pals, and so it's like this fun full circle thing. John just showed up before to lunch, so I just love that kind of networking thing and not being about competition. So there we go. Okay, everyone got the number. Everyone got their text in. Last chance. So I have two companies. I have Evermore Films and StoryKing Studios. StoryKing Studios is the company I'm in here with, and that is video production focused on clarity, trust, and growth for businesses. So this is how we make corporate and commercial videos for businesses. And then we have Evermore Films. That is our romantic wedding films that tell your story brand. I know some of you in here have used that brand. And so that is where we do the wedding videos. It is effectively just two brands of the same company. It's the same team, all of that. But two different ways of marketing, because we do the weddings here on the weekends, which is not our main focus. We used to do like 50 weddings a year back 5 years ago when we were really, really focused on weddings. Now we do like 5 to 10 weddings a year. It's all about the corporate and commercial video for us, but we still do amazing wedding videos. So if you've got, someone that who's getting married, that is something that we do at a high level. So some quick questions. How do you guys get customers? Who gets customers by referral? Just raise your hands. Okay, good part of the room. Who gets customers based on just your reputation? Right? That's why we're in this group, right? Reviews. Are reviews helpful for you guys? Okay, less hands. Social media. Even less hands. YouTube. Who's on YouTube? Okay, I can count that on one hand. We're gonna talk about that today. How about SEO? People find you online through Google. Yep. Okay. Couple hands. Good job, Malin. Paid ads. Who's using paid ads of any form? TV, radio. 1, 2 hands. 3 hands. Okay. Can I get a fourth? No. Okay. Testimonials. Great. Who's got a lot of good testimonials on their website? Okay. We had 2 hands go up. Okay. 3 hands. Okay. Cool. There we go. But you've got them on Google or you've got them on some review platform, right? Yelp, whatever it may be. Okay. When you guys are looking for a service, how do you shop? How important are referrals for you when you're shopping for someone, for a service?
Very important.
Yeah, very important. Referrals are very important. How about reading reviews? Who goes and actually reads reviews on a website or on Google? Okay. What about going to people's websites, seeing what information they have? Okay, good. How about watching a video? If you see someone has a video that explains their business, does that help you guys make a decision?
Yes.
Absolutely. You don't have to read. Exactly. I did not fill my presentation with statistics. I've done those in past presentations, but short version is videos worth 1.8 million words compared to photos. That's the statistic. And photos obviously are worth a lot of words, and videos worth even more. What about social proof? Just people saying, hey, I've seen this or I've used that, and you see that someone says, hey, this is good business. Does that help you guys? Yeah. What builds trust quickly? Having clear information. If you go and you can't find clear information about a business, does that build trust? No. What about if they have good photos and video of whatever it is that they do? Versus if they have a stock photo. Yeah? When you see testimonials, when you see video testimonials, how many of you guys have seen a video testimonial? How did that impact your buying decision? For those of you that raise your hands, it's huge. It's huge. So, real quick, I'm going to just play a quick 1-minute video that we have done for Hanson's, just so you can kind of see a little bit about the sorts of productions that we do, featuring one of our members.
For over 50 years, Hanson's Moving and Storage has been the name Kern County turns to, trusted to make those transitions seamless and stress-free.
Many people feel uncertain about where to begin, but we provide guidance every step of the way.
Need storage? Hanson's offers over 100,000 square feet of secure space for short-term and long-term needs, even specialized white glove solutions, Every item is meticulously inventoried and handled with the utmost care.
Our storage solutions are tailored to our clients' needs. We're always evolving as a company to offer products, services, and processes that ensure a seamless customer experience.
For businesses, we offer customized commercial storage and a proven track record trusted by companies of all sizes for corporate relocations, large-scale logistics, and warehousing services.
Hanson's Moving and Storage, keeping Kern County moving since 1972.
So if you didn't know anything about Hanson's, how would the video like that have helped you?
Tremendously.
You understand who they are, you understand what they do, you see them do it, and you get, oh, okay, they're good at this, and they know what they're doing. Testimonials are good. They're fantastic. Here's one from one of our customers. I showed our prospect a video, and halfway through, the president said, I want one, and they actually bought 4. It was the fastest deal ever closed by the company, and really the video just sold her. This is from a video we did for Forklift Simulator. They sell expensive forklift simulators. They're used in training centers to prevent accidents on forklifts. It's a pretty cool product, and we did a video, there's the simulators there, showing this in use at a facility by a wonderful company in partnership with Bakersfield College. They have a forklift training program, and so that's what this video was about. And they have lots of sales meetings, and you're trying to explain something that's difficult to explain. You're trying to, well, it's a simulator, it's virtual reality. So you have this video, and after we produced the video, they were just like, yeah, this video is closing deals. So video is very valuable, and testimonials are good. We all love a good testimonial, but video testimonials are better, right? So let's look at a video testimonial.
For 10 years, you guys have been helping us to produce content that I love and that I think has really made a positive impact on our business. You get what you pay for, and with Josh, with your guys' team, really, you guys do an amazing job. It's really helped our different businesses over the years to be able to show people, who we are, what we do. I know that you guys have been honestly a real factor in our success that we've had as a business, and I've never regretted any monies that we've spent with you guys and the content that we've produced. And I would recommend you guys to anybody. And one of the first people I wanted to talk to when I thought of doing this was you. I knew that you would give me great advice, and I knew that you would help guide me through this. For sure, it's going to be more than some kid that's got a camera, and is like a side gig, But then your marketing material just doesn't look professional. And when you care about your business as much as I do, you want somebody that takes as much pride in their craft as you do. And I feel like you guys care about your quality, and then that's super important to you guys, and it is to me as well. So I feel like it's just been a great match. When you find something that really works, I stick with it.
So who doesn't want one of those for their business, right? A text testimonial is fantastic, but how much better is that? If we all had testimonials like that for our business, how much does that help us, right? You have a client who's telling their story on video, you see what's going on, and you see how you helped them, and they're just like, oh man, this person was fantastic, and here's why. Boom, 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 boom. Telling the story. What connected more with you guys? The video testimonial or the text testimonial?
Video.
If you were in the market right now for video services, and you came across one website that had the text testimonial and one that had the video testimonial, how would that impact your choice?
I would choose one that has an AI assistant on their website.
AI assistant for the win, for sure. That's right. Yes, sir.
Andy wants to know what business is that.
I'm sorry?
He wants to know what business is that.
That business, that's Europhoria and Club Euro. You've probably seen their billboards all over the highway. You probably recognize the images. They got a billboard campaign with a lot of those images up.
I was going to sign John up, are they still in the middle?
Yeah, they still got it. So, I mean, as John, the guy in the thing mentioned, we've worked with them for over 10 years. And we have helped them grow their business. And then he's like, yeah, the videos that you've made have helped us grow our business. And isn't that what we want, people to say? That you've helped my business in whatever way is relevant, for the service that we provide. And yeah, it's just cool to be able to capture things like that. He's in the process of a weight loss journey. And so we're making a micro documentary series about him going on his journey to lose the weight. He was like 350 pounds and he's trying to get down to like, 200, over like 18 months. So we're doing a whole micro documentary series. We're putting those out on Instagram, as they come out. Anyway, so while we were doing his interview, we grabbed that testimonial with him. So that's why it looks so amazing, because we were actually there shooting a documentary, for him. But when we do videos like this, that's what we do. So this is a good sample of what a professional testimonial video would look like. So that's why I show it. What if there was a place that people went to searching for your business? What if they went searching for what you do, for your expertise? What if local people went there searching? What if potential clients went there? What if they were there all the time, searching routinely? What if your expertise could get you in front of these people? Is that something you would all be interested in? Show of hands. Who would actually be interested in that? Okay, let me introduce this platform to you. This is a place that people go looking for information, and you, as a business owner who's an expert, because if you're in this room, you're an expert. You, as an expert, can use this YouTube. This is the #2 search engine in the world. Google being #1, YouTube is #2. I mean, ChatGPT might become #1 soon, but hey, this all of these principles still apply, even if that changes. What do we use YouTube for? Show of hands, who goes to YouTube for entertainment? Okay, a handful of you guys. Who goes to YouTube for education? Way more hands. Who goes there for marketing? To market your business? Okay, a couple hands. Who has gone to YouTube and said, how to what?
Yes.
Right, now all the hands go up. That's education.
I was going to say, I think that's education.
That's education. So that is what people are going to YouTube for. Are you an expert in your field? Can you educate people about your field? Absolutely. So YouTube is the place to do that. When you go to YouTube, you can teach your expertise. You can build trust before meeting with someone. Because when you watch someone on video, like I'm doing a presentation right now, so you're meeting me now, and okay, cool, I'm getting to know Josh and building trust. The same thing happens on video, on YouTube. So you get to build trust with people before you ever meet them. You get to grow your network. We get business from YouTube. We run a YouTube channel where we kind of go through like behind the scenes of what we do and show off, the work that we do and things like that, how we do it. We get business. Now, most of the business we get on YouTube is actually not from clients who see us and hire us. Most of the business we get on YouTube is from other videographers who see what we do and they go like, oh, dang, you guys got a grip truck and you've got a crew and you've got the fancy cinema cameras, you got all this stuff. I've got a job, but I can't handle it. Can I hire you guys to come in and help us with this project? That's the majority of the work we get off of YouTube, by showing what we do and then other video companies partnering with us, bringing us in to help them fulfill their job because it's too big of a project for them. So, or they, they just need help. Maybe they're managing the project and they're bringing us in, or sometimes they're referring us and they're just like, hey, I'm like the one-man band video guy at my company and we need to do a big brand film project. And I've seen your videos, I like you, I trust you, I know who you are, I know what you do, and I know you're fantastic at it, and so I am gonna recommend you to my boss and they are gonna hire you and do this video. So there's a lot of ways you can grow your business on YouTube. It's not just hiring, getting hired directly, but it's also the networking effect. because it's the same thing, right? We go to a seminar, we speak, we're the speaker at a conference. That grows your business. It grows your network. It grows your authority in the space. YouTube works the same way. Viral does not matter. A lot of people think, if I'm going to go on YouTube or I'm going to go on social media, like I have to go viral. I have to like dance on TikTok or I got to do some dumb thing. That is not what it's about. What are you guys doing when you go to YouTube? How to fix a toilet. How to, go into escrow. How to find a good realtor. How to pick any of these things, right? How do I know if my electrician's ripping me off? People go and ask these things. They want to learn. And so if you guys are showing up in that space and you're, hashtag Bakersfield Realtor, and you're the one who always shows up because people go looking, and YouTube will give local results, especially if you tag it well. So YouTube is also a long-term strategy. It's not just like social media, right? We post and we're like, cool, thanks, that was yesterday, we're done, we're moving on. YouTube goes and goes and goes, and it keeps going. And people can search things and those things will come up over time. So not only is it, I posted on YouTube today, like a checkbox for Instagram, but there's also the long-term results. And so if you have a good video that's well tagged and it's for a topic and people search for that topic, you're coming up. So especially if you continue posting, like there's a lot of things about YouTube that you need to do correctly, and we can help you with that. But YouTube is an amazing thing to do. And if you're wondering, these pictures are headshots we've done. We also do photography. I did not, when Ron was in here, I didn't talk about that, but we also do photography things. So if you need headshots or any of those things, side note, yes, we do that. It's not about being famous, right? It's not about dancing on TikTok. It's not about some gimmick. It's not about going viral. YouTube as a platform, because that's what we're talking about. It's not all about influencers and travel vloggers and look at me on my destination in Fiji. Like, that's not what YouTube is all about. You might think, oh, well, that's YouTube, or it's cat videos, or that's not what it's about. It is a platform where people go to connect and to learn. You don't need a Hollywood crew to produce a good YouTube video. You're welcome to hire us. We'd be happy to help you and take your money and make you more successful. But simple iPhone videos of people just talking, sharing their expertise, that does very well on YouTube. So just sharing your knowledge, that's the most important part. People are searching for your expertise, and they will find somebody who will give it to them. They will find somebody who will answer their question. Is it going to be you? Number one search, how to fill in the blank. That is what people are looking for on YouTube. That is the biggest thing. So if you can come up with a video that you film on your phone and it's how to fill in the blank, that video, generally speaking, will do well. So, show of hands, who's like, I should probably do this YouTube thing? Okay. For those of you that did not raise your hands, what's holding you back?
I already do it.
What?
I already do it.
You already do it? Okay. Who's not doing this? Who's like, I don't know if I should do this. I'm curious. What's holding you back? Yes, sir.
I don't know how to do this.
You don't know how to do it? Okay, that's what I thought.
No, but there's one thing that I do want to bring up.
Yeah.
So this week, we're at episode 365 on YouTube, featuring the great Andy Markland. If you haven't checked it out, Andy. Adam? What's your name?
Starts with a name.
But to Josh's point, just yesterday, Tamala and I were out shopping, and we had a fan of Small Business Celebration come up and talk and tell us what a great episode we had with Morgan Clayton. Now, Morgan Clayton's episode was 3 years ago. People are still watching the old episodes. And that's the longevity of YouTube. Because that's the power of YouTube, and that's what Josh is talking about. So just because you create content today and think, oh, I can set it and forget it, and nobody's ever going to see it again, that's a bunch of baloney. Because people are going to re-see that content from you year after year after year after year. So just because you make it once doesn't mean it goes away.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. That is absolutely true. Social media works very differently. It's all algorithms, and anything old gets shoved down. So YouTube is a very, very good platform. Yes?
I would like to point out too that with your how-to stuff, that there is, like, for everyone's business in here, I know last time I talked about it, but whether you use you or you put it up, you can, there's car companies now will put how to jump a battery, right? And the video is 13 years old, but it's got 1.7 million views. And the company that put it up was, Acura of Ohio. Because that person had the foresight 11 years ago to go, someone's gonna Google how to jump a car battery. And then you know what they did? They did every common car maintenance thing you can think of. How to get into your car if you get stuck. How to change your oil. How to check the tire pressure in your car. And it's massive because someone a decade ago thought of this at their YouTube page. They've now got like 7 million views, and if you're in Ohio, I imagine they're considered the expert dealer because of how big their followership is. So whatever you guys do, if you just record it and put it up, how to do this, how to do that. We're gonna do a whole thing with our radio stations. We bought radio stations. How do you run a radio station? I mean, it's we all do this every day, and because we know it, we think we got it. People want to know what we do.
Yeah, because to us as experts, these things are easy. I'm like, yeah, making videos is easy. And then someone's like, well, how do you do this? Oh, you didn't know that? Like, because I've been doing this for over 20 years and it's easy for me. So whatever you are good at is your expertise and it's easy for you, but it's not easy for the guy down the street. So, content lesson. I'm recording this talk. I'm going to repurpose this talk. I'm going to put this whole talk up on YouTube. I'm also going to get about 10 social media clips out of this, 11 pieces of content from this one talk that I'm going to spend 20, 30 minutes giving. 11 pieces of content. Content is a numbers game. Just like cold outreach, just like any of these things. If you just make one piece of content and put it out, the chance of success is much lower. You put 11 pieces of content out, there you go. So, quick recap. Help customers find you. Help them choose you. Use testimonials. Use YouTube. If you need help, we do have testimonial video packages. We create content. We can manage posting the content for you. We can, from start to finish, help you with whatever that sound is. We can help you with creating the videos. We can help you with the idea phase. We can help you say, strategize. What video should I make? Here's what I should make. Great. We can script it for you. We can do as much hand holding as you would like, all the way to post the video. It can be as simple for you as sign a check, get on a quick call with us, talk for an hour about what your expertise is, and then we provide the entire plan, the entire script. We show up, we help you film the whole thing, we edit it for you, we post it for you, and all you had to do is sign a check, show up to one meeting, and then show up to the filming. We can handle it for you all the way at that level if you would like. We are not a full-service marketing agency. Talk to Malin if you want that. But we can help you all the way through from end to end with video. So I do have some quick offers to go over with you guys. You're also welcome to just use these principles that we've gone over. Pull out your phone and start creating content that way. Get customers to send you a testimonial video that they film on their phone. That is still a powerful way to do things. If you have us guiding the process, we're going to get better outcomes and more effective contents and higher quality if you hire us to actually produce everything. So you may not need this today, but someone that you know does. So think not only of yourselves, but also people you know who need something like this. I am going to extend the offer not only to the people in the room, but to anyone who you guys refer in the next 7 days who wants to do this. So if you know somebody who is like, you know what, they could really use this, let them know about it. If they set up a call with me in the next 7 days, I'll extend this offer to them as well. Time for questions. Yes, I saw a hand go up, John.
I got when you were 10.
When I was 10. You got that one? Nice. There was only one prize. Only one prize today.
I'll split it with you.
Right? Whoops.
Josh,
Yes, sir.
do you happen to have a picture of all your equipment when you go shoot a commercial?
Yeah. So right here, we've got behind the scenes going. We have, at one point I flashed up an image of the van. We have a big cargo van full of video equipment, cameras, lights, sound, all that good stuff. A big van like that, full of video equipment. And we use all of that to create these projects. So this is just flashing through a couple of the different types of things that we do: corporate videos, documentaries, things like that. And so you can just kind of see a little bit behind the scenes of what we do. Yes, any other questions?
I just think, because me and Josh, we actually share a client, actually a referral that he gave us for a client, and they were shooting a commercial, and I showed up and I couldn't believe the rig this guy had. I'm like, that's gotta be 200 grand worth of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. Yeah, and then also to build value, I'm actually we're redoing our website, we just hired Josh. But the amount of time, tell them how much time those packages take with editing and setting up, and that is really, I think, where it shows the value, is how much time there is.
Yeah, I mean, when you do a full service production, it's, you know, we're meeting with you guys to understand your business. Then we're going back and we're usually writing scripts. We're doing pre-production. We're coming out doing location scouts. We're coming to your business, looking around. Okay, what are the best spots to film an interview? What are the best spots to film B-roll? What sorts of things do we need? Okay, you do this. We're not just like showing up on the day with a camera like this and just like walking around like, oh, cool, let's film this. Hey, great. Oh, hey, that looks good. Oh, I forgot about this. Let me come over here. Like, that's not how we produce these kind of videos. Everything is pre-produced, which means there's meetings and there's things. Now, a lot of that is time that we spend, so it's not a time commitment for you guys. You guys are usually committing to a meeting or two, and letting us come and like have the run of your place with one of your low-level employees who can just walk us around and answer basic questions like, what is this thing over here? And we just gonna understand the scope of what's going on for your business. And then we go back, we do all that pre-production, we put the plan together, we put the schedule of the day together, all of that. I mean, we can go so far as, hey, give us all the phone numbers, email addresses of the people you want. We'll coordinate directly with them, this whole thing. So you don't have to touch anything. Like, we have absolute white glove full service. If you guys want that, that does cost a little more than if you guys do help with the logistics. But yeah, and then we have the days of filming and then all of the time spent editing, because there's a lot of editing that goes. I mean, you see a day of filming and that's going to be a week of editing, to put all these things together and make it look this good, because you film it, but then you also have to go and you have to color grade it. You have to do audio mixing. You have to do music. You get all of these things. So I could talk forever about that. I'll shut up. Any other questions?
Anybody? All right.
Thank you.